and it resulted in the killing of these terror gangs. In fact, they were killed while in military uniform. If you look at their photos, we have the videos, and I think I posted that too. They were killed even when they were still in military uniform. They were putting, the camouflage, police camouflage, and all these kind of, military camouflage and police camouflage. I saw their corpses. I think I saw 3 corpses there. Even the shams. You can imagine.
Then Tony, let me come back to what worries me about the report that came from police and the Agone Chamber. Aside the seeming struggle between the two on who to take the credit for the exploit, I saw some elements of disconnect, elements of differences in the report. If you check the report by Agone Chamber, the name of the place where they were killed is quite different from the one reported by the police. The number of persons gone down is quite different. Agone Chamber said 3, police said 4.
Always give his own detail, and the government can always give his own detail, because when these people killed Omenka and some security operatives, because we were asking how did they know that, because these people were actually gunned down. And if you look at the Sienna vehicle, the white Sienna vehicle they were operating with, it was also spotted that when they stopped these people, that Sienna vehicle, it seems that it was what they were using, but they change vehicles from time to time. But Chief of Staff saw them. When he was stopped, he saw them. He saw the people that killed Omenka. Vehicle following him, they opened fire because they sighted policemen in that vehicle. They opened fire. Omenka was in that vehicle. That was how they killed the policemen and killed Omenka. So the Chief of Staff can confirm who is who. And if he says these are the people, because police cannot confirm that. Police were not there. But because police can only take...
So are they working at the variance?
No.
Because it appears as if they are working at variance. Because if you're having a joint security operation, of course, there should be some element of commonality. Because police said that it was a combined team of Agone Chamber and police who did the job. Agone Chamber says Agone Chamber. So why are we having this very difference in the narratives?
Remember, Agone Chamber did not publish a statement.
No, they did. From this, I said this they now have a spokesperson working.
Yes.
He issued a statement that he signed.
Now, if Agone Chamber issued a statement, like you said, I don't know if that I know that person as a media person. I know him very well. You may even know him too, frankly. And I know very well he's a media person. I don't know if he does that on behalf of these people, but it's subject to confirmation anyway. But let's assume, without conceding anyway, that such statements came out from them. For me, you said, are they working at variance? Recall, there is Operation Udogachi. What is Operation Udogachi? Police is involved. Army is involved. Agone Chamber is involved. That's the operation.
Tony,
and I think, verily that it will be quite right to say that Operation Udogachi instead of Agone Chamber. I don't even know what I'm saying. Because if Agone Chamber is on any operation, it's talking about joint
this
operation.
Wasn't a joint operation from the initial report.
There is a known joint operation already in place.
This
but
particular one where these people were killed was reportedly not a joint operation.
Now, how do you define when it's a joint operation and when it's not a joint operation? If you look at my definition here, even if they go individually, they go under a code name. If they go individually,
is that what is obtainable?
No, it depends on the template they are working with. Because if they are working on the template that you can go individually, but go on the code name of Udogachi. But if you are going on a joint, operation, you can also go on the same code name of Udogachi. But nevertheless, like I said earlier on, Agone Chamber and EX
and work together so that we don't begin to have, because each time you begin to see this variance, it appears as if it's a media framing. For people like us who understand media, we know how this thing works. And when we begin to look at the loopholes there, it creates a kind of illusion or doubts in the minds of people on what is actually going on. So they have to find a way to close the variance. Because if you look at that report, so you see that the report from Agone Chamber is saying that the gunbar to happen along Isofia Ibuku Road. Police is saying Ajali or Boji Road. So they should be able to find a way to close ranks, to work together What we want is to have a peaceful Anambra state.
I think I would also, suggest situations where the PRO of the police and possibly the person who was also speaking for organization, but they should also close ranks, because from what we are having, it seems that there is this.
So you can see commonality on, because if you look at the report by Agna Chamber, they mentioned the FOB, Agwata base. Police also mentioned that, so similarity. The vehicle recovered, the white Toyota Sienna, commonality. The arms recovered, commonality, but other details, you just had this very variant. So we're going to leave this very matter now and get to the issue of state police, which yesterday on the floor of the Senate, the bill passed. Was passed after first reading, second reading, third reading. In fact, we gathered that before it was brought to the plenary, before committee of the whole, there was an executive session where it lasted for about 3 hours. During that session, it was agreed that they were going to give a salutary hearing to it. Despite the fact some persons raised some doubt about some provisions in the bill, but they find a way to have harmony. And when they came to the House, came to the plenary, they debated it clause by clause. After the debate, then there was voting, which was conducted manually because the electronic system.
Yesterday, and from what we also talked about yesterday, we have seen the major highlights. If you look at the debate led by Senator Opeyemi Bamidele, the majority leader of the Senate, he made us to understand that yes, there will be dual policing structure in every state, and they talked about how this work will actually go on. He said that for federal police, there will be some kind of counter-terrorism, organized crime, cyber crime, border security, arms trafficking, no form of detainment. No touch. I spotted it. In fact, it was one of the things Bamidele stated yesterday. For those who are saying governors will abuse it, they will use it this, they will use it that, this. They have to put that safeguard. So it become clear that it is not for the purpose which many governors may be thinking. No. You can be criticized politically. People will call you names. That's why you are there. And
somebody is still in detention. The last time he called names, and DSS handled it.
Remember, there is no such provision in the DSS function, but they were quick to add it in the case of this, state police.
Legal arrest and all of that. I am curious to find out, are we not seeing the country and the things happening around here? A few weeks ago, was it just last week, a video trended of some Agona Chamber officials making an arrest. Remind me, Franklin, what was it said happened there? That they were flogging the accused persons with machetes. You remember the video I am talking about? Exactly. And so the question is, are we having any mechanisms in place to make sure that we do not have similar breakdowns with the state police? Because we set out minimum standard in the area of recruitment, then make our own laws. And it is one thing we must also enshrine in our laws. I saw, I think Amotekun, one of their spokesperson, Amotekun was set up in 2020. And so far, I don't know how far they have or how well they have failed in such operations since they were set up about 6 years ago. I listened to one of their spokespersons where he was saying that it's a welcome development that they are going to transition to state police. I said, who told this man that you will just transition from being a Motekun to state police? Many of them will not be qualified. By the time minimum standard will be released, it could be that before you be a member of state police, you must have at least OND, it won't be school pass.
Okay, is it what you are thinking?
Yes.
Or what could be obtained?
Yes. If you look at police now, before you enter police, even if you have you take people to court. You do investigation, detailed investigation, document it, report it. They think it's all about carrying AK-47 or carrying pump action. No, there is academic work. Where you have found one thing in that academic work, you are not qualified. So the Amotekun guy doesn't even know that not all of them will be qualified. We are talking about academic qualification. We're going to talk about maybe other qualifications like behavioral qualification, social conduct, and so many other things. The truth remains that if you are to start state police, by the time the national minimum standard comes up, many of them will not qualify.
And that's why we should be making plans for
They will not qualify.
That's why we should be making plans for those people who will not be qualified. If they can be shifted to the grassroots level.
Yes.
Because for somebody who has been exposed to the workings of security,
yes,
and he has tasted power with gun and closeness to power,
yes,
and eventually he's eased out of the system.
Remember,
you know what you know.
I understand.
What that can be.
Remember, you are not facing out vigilante operation. State police is not a way. If it comes, our AVG maybe or vigilante operation will cease to exist. No, the vigilante will even move down to the local level, to the towns. Yes, but the thing is, state police, they would file charge in courts, prosecute offenders who violate state laws in courts, make investigations. So it's not a job these people who are carrying pump action can do. Many of them will not be qualified.
All right, so let me highlight something, because what they did yesterday, from what we have seen so far in the provisions, it means that governors have now been empowered to appoint commissioners for police for the respective state, subject to confirmation by state assemblies. And I also understand that it will also be done. He also went ahead to clarify the conditions under which federal police is going to intervene in security situations within states.
Yes.
This is what he said. He explained that intervention would only occur where there is an outright breakdown of public order at a specific subnational entity, when state police are not incapable of functioning, when there is a serious violation of fundamental human rights, when there is an established record of electoral intimidation, and when national security is under threat. And according to him, such intervention would require written authorization from the president, who is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, and will remain subject to Senate oversight and judicial review. This is what he stated that very yesterday. And other things that you talked about the safeguards or the buffers that were created so that governors are not going to abuse those things. Exactly. Of course, it can be argued that those things are just there for anybody who feels intimidated. He can use the ground.
And maybe his first number. I don't even know what I'm saying.
You want me to say his name on air?
No.
Because I did my investigation.
Okay. No. You can say that on air, because since you have the evidence, you can say it on air. You can, as far as you have the evidence. Now, the point is this. We know very well there is impunity. And we know very well that there are syndicates, even in the police. Was it not in this country that we discovered that there are police who were involved in kidnapping, terrorism, and they were doing all kinds of things?
Drug trafficking. The police star boy Abakari is a sample.
And now the question is, how did Abakari nabbed? Because there was camera placed around him and then he was entrapped.
The point is that if they really have a fear of being recorded, he would have stopped at that point.
Now, let me say this thing. You have a point when you say that some of them will even continue even when being recorded. But we are not saying that the recording will stop them from what they are doing, at least to get them punished after doing what they are doing.
What is the state of the case with that police officer?
Who?
The police officer that killed Ogedimina.
From what we are told, he's in prison.
From what we were told?
Yes, and there are those in prison who have also confirmed that he's still in prison.
Okay.
Now, the issue is this. No matter how somebody gets away with something, at a point, that thing will swallow him. We are not concerned about those. There are those that will tell you, go and tell.
Now, if we're going to shift our attention to other things that is going to matter later in the future, while we are waiting for National Assembly to, enact the standard, because they're going to enact standards that are going to be followed, there are some other issues that we need to be talking about now, so that governors, when they are beginning to organize their own state police, they should know what will matter. Because in this very case now, where you now have state police, you have federal police, the issue of record keeping comes. Do we have criminal database in Nigeria?
Okay.
Whereby if state police is pursuing a case and there's a kind of cross-reference coming from the federal police, you'll be able to impute the person's data or name, and you have the records there, so that we don't have this very class. But let's go for commercial break now.
Okay.
Udala Radio, 104.7 FM.
The Temple Fathers of Living Christ Mission worldwide cordially invite friends, well-wishers, and all people of goodwill to the 31st Anniversary Temple Fathers Day celebration. Date, Sunday, 28th June 2026. Venue, Living Christ Mission Spiritual Headquarters, Umugara, Nkwere, Imo State. Chief Speaker and special guest, His Grace, the Most Reverend Professor Daddy Hezekiah, OON, Lord Mayor of Peace, founder, leader and Archbishop of Living Christ Mission Worldwide, and Chancellor of Hezekiah University, Rudy, Chief Host and Mother of the Day, Her Grace, Ambassador Princess Samuel, Divine Gift, Onyinye Omachuku, MON, JP, PhD, Executive President of Living Christ Mission Worldwide, a righteous man who walks in his integrity. Blessed are his children after him. Proverbs 20:7. Come and be blessed. Come and celebrate our fathers. Signed, Ifeanyi Chukwu Vincent Onitsha, CNA, President, Living Christ Mission Temple Fathers Worldwide.
Quality bread, Wendy's bread, for your family breakfast. Wendy's bread, Abachi chande dozialo. Wendy's bread, Mama Papa they like Wendy's bread, Chicha nenyandu. Wendy's bread, even children they like Wendy's bread. Wendy's bread, and in time. Wendy's bread, you get it better tasty, we go sweet your belly. Wendy's bread, Wendy's your bachi choma. Wendy's bread,
Wendy's bread, tasty bread. You can contact us on our official address, Second Business Park, Enugu Road, GRA, beside Onitsha, Anambra State. We also have another branch at St. Michael Plaza, Atani Road. Also contact us on 070-1149-1571. Wendy's bread, your tasty bread.
Wendy's bread. If you see my baby, you go shut up.
Ụmụnwaanyị ibe m ị chọrọ ịma mma ị chọrọ ka obi sie gị ike n'ebe arụ gị dị
nnọọ nwanne m na Anna Secret Wellness na Beauty ebe a pụrụ ịtụkwasị obi maka mma nwaanyị ahụike nlekọta akpụkpọ ahụ na ngwaahịa na-enyere aka ime ka ahụ maa mma. Ị na-achọ ngwaahịa maka ịdọnye anụ ahụ n'arụ nke ga-akwalite ukwu gị ma ọ bụ nri nwa gị. Ị chọrọ ụzọ ị ga-esi tanata ahụ. Ị chọkwara nụ slimming tea, slimming coffee ma ọ bụ ihe ga-etikwa
DNA's Forensic and Criminal Center might as well be towards ensuring that we get to enhance our investigation and what have you not, because I do not know whether we have any such in any part of the country that helps us in doing all this analysis, fingerprint, and what have you not. So, but for now, we're going to open the phone lines to take your reaction before we take a small analysis on that very one. 0803-221-6973 or 0803-827-6694. You can call in to air your view on the issues we have read this very morning. Don't forget you can also share your WhatsApp message via 0803-221-6973. Then on our Facebook page, we are Udala Radio 104.7 FM. Get involved.
Morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, thank you.
Sunday from where?
Lewin.
Okay, go on Sunday.
Yeah. The point I recommend about the state policy is a welcome development. That no matter how, even if no matter how to do, we need collaboration. Because even if we have the local government police, council of police, without collaboration with the masses, I don't think it will work. Because some people say that so that people will that know every area of the state. The same people will collaborate with the good long. So I think it's a welcome development that we need information and electronic gadgets like what the governor is doing. Because now fighting crime is not just about carrying everywhere. It's all about logistics, gadgets, electronic gadgets that will affect them, even if that physical fight. So the governors and do their own. But sometimes they have more than 200 special advisor. They can use those money to fight this.
All right. Thank you, Sunday.
I think.
Thank you, Sunday. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, my speaker.
Your name?
My name is Conrad Chende. I come from Vancouver.
Okay. Go on, sir.
Yeah, thank you. This state police issue is very good and very nice if it is implemented in a normal way. There's something I want to ask, like how this northerners, with this state police, will not the other way around, helping to hide some of the criminal acts in the state, which is supposed to be coming out on federal issue, because some of the people will be seeing it as if the state police is fighting their brothers. You know, they are not going to use it to cover some of the crimes in the state. For instance, you know, like in northern part of our country, where they say that some of the terrorism are their brothers, can they have this type of mind to expose them and to bring them out to judge if they will not just do it as a brother issue, a religious issue, and cover it up, and nothing will be happening, even helping them and beat them to do a lot of things in this country, because now that we have the federal police, are they going to work caricature with the state police by investigating a lot of things in the city? Because we have seen all these things as a way in which some of the state crime will be covering up, some of the atrocity being committed, because if the federal or the police are not mixing, putting others, I thought that some of the things will be hidden. So that's what I saw in this history, because I know that let me put it this way, sir.
All right. Thank you. We appreciate. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes. Thank you for coming on board.
This is Sunday calling from abroad.
Sunday. Go on.
From abroad.
Go on.
Yes, it's a very welcome development. I'm so happy that Nigeria is going to get state police. But please, another question I want to ask. This state police, how are they going to get their arms and other equipment? Is it from federal government? Would they empower them to go outside and send for their own? That is only what I want to know. But to me, they have given security to the state to take in charge of their police. Very soon, I believe local government police they come up. From there, we get town union.
Good morning, everybody in the house.
Yes, you're welcome. Your radio is on the high side.
I don't know if it's radio on me. Let me just push it away. Is it better?
Okay. I think it's better.
Yeah, okay. Hello?
We are still hearing ourselves from your house.
And, movement for me is not very easy. No. This state pollution, everything is in order. We have the manpower, we have the money. What we don't have is the principle of withholding it. What we don't have is rule of law of keeping it working. Now we can manage our 400,000 naira police force. How do we manage this state police? That's my question. If we can manage it all well and good, then can we? Thank you very much.
All right.
Have yourself a beautiful day.
Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Welcome on board.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. We can hear you. Your name?
Yeah, this is Peter calling from Onitsha, the moment.
Go on, sir.
Well, but let me quickly put this out. The issue of state police. They are making all these laws now. But you come to see at last that these laws are made for some people. You see that these laws that are made, have made this, it should be compromised. So I just think that we should keep the laws. It shouldn't be either for the rich or the poor, or for the governors and his aides only, just for the people that they are serving already, and not for them. So I hope what happens at the federal level still doesn't happen at the same level. Because when most of them in this terrorism and banditry, because we are looking at the distinction now that is being brought out that the federal police take care of counter-terrorism. Why this one will be on maintaining law and order and public peace. In this nation where institution does not work, and I will be told that the police will work in this nation, I think it has been funny for me. A situation where we see two agencies, federal agencies, fighting, and having a stomach fighting brutally in the public, and where one was in turn at the Federal High Court. We saw the DSS and the National Service personnel fighting. So I'm here and we think that things once we establish the police, things will fall in line. I don't see it working in the nation where institutions, there are institutional failures, and there are executives hijacking of such agencies. For me, we'll just try to align do as others are doing. But for the workability in this Nigeria, I doubt.
Right.
I doubt. So let's see as they are rushing results so that the difference will take the credit of state police. But the workability is what I'm concerned about. It will not work in this nation. I want to go with the community policing in the southwest. Has it caused insecurity in the southwest? This is what we are seeing the influx of bandits and terrorists in the southwest. Did Amoteku that was being established in the southwest stop these people from influencing there? The only difference is that we are going to be given superior arms. That's the only difference. That when it is in enacted those laws,
okay.
they are going to be
Thank you,
given superior
Anthony.
arms. Let the
Thank
people
you.
in Osumowu
Thank you.
be
Yeah.
the-
Thank you. Your time is up. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Frank,
Yes. Good morning. Welcome on board.
and everyone in the studio. My name is Mario K. Silta, calling from Onitsha.
Go on, Mario.
Well, one thing I would like people to understand is you don't compare whether it is a Moteku, Ebubago, to police. All those people, they have their limit of functioning. So to me, when we say something like state police, the reason why we are emphasizing on state policing or maybe supporting it is that the problem of this country is that power from above. That is the problem. Even fighting Boko Haram and all these things is still that power from above. When the power from above comes, you will see the people who are supposed to fight, they will be wicked. You understand? That is the problem of this country. People are supposed to understand. Once this power now is being bring down to state, excuses from the governors, I don't have power. It happened in this country. I always said this. Autumn, even the bandits, they attacked the governor because he was not on a good group with the president there. So we know all these things. Once the state police come on board and start functioning, you will see the power will now rest on the governors. There will be no excuse. So when something is happening in your state, you are the person that you hold the responsible. So to me, I like the way they are doing it, and they should do it very fast. Honestly, it's a welcome development.
Right.
And there are some places, though, in that law that me myself I have issues with. But let it start first. I believe that once the go is going, it will be amending it. Thank you very much this morning.
All right, so let's take one more call before we go to our Facebook page. I understand that about 66 Nigerians returned today from South Africa on federal government arrangements. So, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, my
Yes. Your name?
Frank, this is Akamere. Yeah, and Akamere is calling from Prague.
Go on, Mr. Akambera.
Yeah, it's state police is a welcome development because we have been trying to have it for a long time because of this insecurity that is spreading all over the country. So the question I want to ask now is we saw some of all these state governors, complaining that they don't have funds to pay the workers the minimum wage. The amount they gave to them from 30,000 to 70,000. And we know that currently that some of these governors are not paying this minimum wage, this 70 minimum wage. Where would they be having this fund to finance this state police? That is the question. And are they not going to be giving us a speech again that they don't have funds to carry this thing along? So my question, where are they going to be having the funds to support this state police? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So let's go to our Facebook page now. Let's see the reactions there.
Namdi Okezuono. Good morning to you as well, watching from Anam. Zekwa Celestine says, I blame the system we practice, not Bayo or Nanuga. I don't know why you're adding the uncle title. Is he your uncle? After all, his children are not among those in the forest, or probably the beheaded school teacher was not his relation. When people who are supposed to lead by example fail the people, this is the kind of statement you hear from them. But I promise them one thing, when a credible government will emerge, all of them that are singing the praises of Mr. President will hide their faces in shame and, better still, have their retirement age spent in jail for lack of proper accountability. Maale Bara says, good governance has become a luxury in this country as extravagance and looting have become fashionable among public holders. Sad that Nigeria has become a country where evil has been allowed to ravage our polity unchallenged and citizens endure all things. Now it is time to start holding leaders accountable. It takes focused and strong leadership to do the extraordinary. We charge our leaders to make a U-turn and realize that they have a responsibility and change from nonchalant attitude and real commitment. Okbe SJP says, I have seen that Nigeria leaders are after their stomach infrastructure than public interest. I left Ghana a few days ago. What I experienced there is complete uninterrupted electricity. Who do us in this country? Norbert Ucho Koye. Kudos to our security. My problem is not about the conflict between the vigilante and the police, but the way military quickly jumped in, taking credit for the job they did not execute, and also labeling the criminal IPOB. Was that contained in that report, Frank?
No.
I didn't see that in that report. Capiro International, state police will be more active than the federal police because they will be closer to the people and can be held accountable. More job opportunities coming. I see. I saw policemen in uniform waving at bandits somewhere in the north.
I think that has been debunked long time ago.
That
those things was actually vigilante people who were going for a meeting, who were riding on the bike.
That is the statement that
I think we have to be very, very honest.
That is the statement that came from the police.
How can vigilante carry general purpose machine guns when maybe has the vigilante operatives start to carry general purpose machine guns? That's not true.
Did you also hear the Hausa conversations?
No.
I saw a voice note of someone trying to interpret what they said what the police officer was telling his companion in Hausa, but I wouldn't want us to dabble into that. Personally,
we're gonna dabble. The truth is that they should not in any way think Nigerians. I don't know what they may even refer us. You can't just make such explanation because you want to make a disclaimer.
What I mean, Johnny, is maybe you should have someone interpret Hausa directly to you so that you can at least be in on the conversation. Because according to some reports, the conversation between the two men alone was proof that those were possibly not vigilante officials, as has been
apart from the conversation, the kind of general purpose machine guns they were wielding. Vigilantes don't wield.
Tony, I didn't see machine gun in the video.
Let's see it. Let me show you.
No, so okay, his name is not there. He says, I have a question for Tony. The question is, does it mean that every state will have 2 commissioners of police? I think okay, so we're going to go through that very one. Vincent Fobosi says, I'm a security person. The best thing is body camera. That is what they use in developed countries. And Prince Will Okariwe from Iowa says, state police for me is a welcome development, but where I'm afraid is federal intimidation from federal with the word order from above. Okay, so these are the rations we have on our
Interesting.
on our WhatsApp platform.
Frankly, you must have seen it.
No, the thing is, you know, there's a video, right?
I had to look for what a general purpose machine gun actually looks like.
That one now is a screenshotted picture, right? Yeah. Because for me, I watched the video. The video is what I watched. Now look at these very questions that came from some persons. This one says somebody asked a question about how is the police going to get arms? Is it from the federal government? Okay. Then or does it from Delta State? She raised the question asking, how do we manage this state police? We said, what is the issue? Is the principle, discipline, to be able to keep to our word or keep to what is put in the law and ensure that we get to manage this. So, Tony, let's
take these questions. One was asking, are we going to have commissioner of police?
We just have like 2 minutes.
Okay. We are going to have one commissioner of police appointed by the governor, and the commissioner of police is going to be in charge of the state police. The people that will be coming from federal, they will be representatives of IG police. The person will not wear. In fact, there will not be a centralized person who will be in charge of federal policing in the state. No. The only thing is that there will be representatives from the federal police force that will be in the state. We are not told the name they'll be called. But the one we're going to have, the state police we're going to have, the person in charge will be addressed as commissioner of police appointed by the governor. We are not going to have 2 commissioners of police. No. But we are going to have federal police representatives in the state who will be in charge of counter-terrorism, some of the crimes we mentioned as the area of jurisdiction. Now, somebody also asked another question. If I can recall, somebody talked about
how do we get the discipline? Yes, discipline to.
Fine. The state police officers, right?
Yes.
Every state we have state police service commission. They are going to be in charge of discipline, but the standard will be sent by the National Assembly, minimum standard for them to make law that will create state police service commission. Remember the